Hi everyone, just want to say hello. This is actually the tomato that was cat-eyed. I actually picked it 2 days ago, so I love the color of it. It's like really nice. Alright, and here's a little cherry tomato that fell off when I was doing some pruning. So I'll actually go out and show you those, how my garden is going. Alright, well, here is my little garden, my raised beds. Alright, so last time I showed you my grapevines, they were actually a lot smaller than they are now, so I'm actually happy about that. Yeah, this one is actually doing great. He's like climbing up the trellis very easily. But this one, he wants to go wide. He doesn't want to go tall. So I have to figure out how to get him to go up the trellis. Although about the last time I talked to you about him, he had commitment issues. Well, he's actually holding hands now. He's actually connecting to the trellis. So, which is great. So his phobia of commitment is over, it looks like. Alright, but my strawberries are actually doing excellent. They're actually sending out more runners. I actually ate my first strawberry today, and in a couple of days, look at that, I'm gonna have another one. And actually before I didn't think I would get any at all, so I'm actually happy about that. So, and over here I have my roses. Now I'm not quite sure about these roses, to be honest with you. I think they just bloom once and instead of the whole gardening season like I'm used to. So I don't know if I want to do these next year. Alright, so I have to do some deadheading, as you can tell. But they had really pretty flowers though. Even when they're dry, it's actually kind of nice. But anyways, but yeah, they might be just one-time bloomers. So I don't know if I want to, what I want to do. But my garden sage here and over here are doing great. So, which is nice. And it's funny because I tried replanting some suckers off my tomato plants in here. And as you can tell, it was a no-go. Over there and over here. So, it's funny how that works. Because in my tomato bed, I actually did it, and it actually did pretty well. I think I'm most happiest with the results in this bed. Alright, so here's my transplant. It is 90 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's 32 Celsius. So that's, my babies are thirsty. But yeah, I have tons of tomatoes. And unfortunately, I think this is going to be another cat eye. But that's okay, because I have tons of tomatoes that are coming through, which is awesome. My little short one here, I still have that one down there in the bottom. It's beginning to blush. But I also have about 4 or 5 more on this one, so which is good. My sweet basils, I actually did a huge harvest off of them yesterday, and the reason why I did that is because of all of those. Look at all of them. So yeah, this is my hybrid, what is it called? Super Sweet 100s tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. And there's tons of them everywhere. So and she's really tall. Now, if she wasn't in the bed, she'll be probably like 4 feet tall, because she's taller than I am. And then I have my other tomato plant right here, and as you can tell, I have huge amounts. Oops, grass. Pull that out. Now, if there's any other gardeners watching this by off chance, you know what I mean by weeding as you go. And my flowers, they're going insane, taking over the bed, which is awesome. I'm not going to complain, because they don't get in the way of my tomatoes or my sweet basil, which is nice. But I did notice it's actually very important to tie up your tomatoes, because last week or so we had a tropical storm winds, and this branch and this branch slumped over, so I had to tie them up. And as you can tell, yes, I do 2 main branches, and this one actually I'm doing 3. A lot of people who do tomatoes really don't recommend that for some reason or another, because you get more production if they have 1, I guess, or 2. But hey, I figured why not. Now, but when it comes to cherry tomatoes, they said when it comes to your suckers, you should actually let them develop, because they actually do produce. So I did a lot of pruning to my tomato plants. I have 4 of them, and the reason why I did that, because I planted them only 12 inches apart, and everyone tells you you should do at least 18 inches, but I did them 12 inches apart. So like I said, I did a lot of pruning, so I won't get any diseases or anything. And so far, I have not had any at all. No blight or anything like that. No mold, nothing. But I also make sure I keep the low branches off the ground. Like with this one right here, it's not touching yet, but I'll probably end up cutting it soon though. And yeah, I don't know if you can see it. This one right here, oops. That one right there. I haven't cut that all the way yet, because that's what my tomato is attached to. And that is an heirloom too. It's a Cherokee purple. And that was the one that my cat eye tomato that I showed you earlier in this video came from. It came from this little one right here. So, alright. And then my spur of the moment plants that I wasn't going to buy, but I bought anyways, is right here. Alright, like I said, it's 90 degrees, so they're thirsty. And I've noticed this is my blushing bride of Sharon tree. And she is a thirsty little one, let me tell you. But I think it's because of the container I have her in. It is a bottomless, because like I said, it's actually a fire ring. So whatever water that does collect, it gets absorbed into the ground. But if you look over here, I have my rosemary, and then I have my oh hell, what are those things called? Cornflowers. So now this I find very interesting. They call it a blanket flower, but I think it's still in the same family as my cornflower. It actually it's reblooming, but it also has these little balls. So If you know what those are, let me know. But I think it's kind of cool looking. Alright. Along harvesting, along with my sweet basil, I did my mint. Yes, I have a big, huge mint bed right next to my back door. Alright. We're doing housework. It's under construction. Every part in my house. I have like no walls in my bedroom right now. Alright, so here, look at that. Look at that. A whole bed of mint. So I'm harvesting that and drying that out. And I also put it in water. And I have that in my refrigerator. But instead of just putting plain mint in it, I have a few leaves of my sage in the water as well. Oh, it's good. You have to try it. So, yeah, I just want to give you guys a heads up of what's going on. Alright, talk to you later.